People are strange when you're a stranger. Streets are uneven when you're alone. Faces seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down, when you're strange. Ow. Refresh. Don't know why that didn't work first try. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's definitely doing the thing. Okay. Get Jesus, it's kind of awful play day. Had a old blue week, so ah, doing very important analyses while trying not to die. People are strange when you're a stranger. Streets are uneven when you're alone. Faces seem wicked when you're unwanted. So uneven when you're down, when you're strange. Faces come out of the rain. There's always been a distant echo here. July and August cannot be too hot. Is there a legal limit to the snow here in Camelot? In Camelot, I know it sounds a bit bizarre. Okay, Jesus, okay. That. Ah. Make it public. Please start stream, yeah. Oh god, no, don't show that, don't show that, don't show that, don't show that. Oh god, okay. I think I think we're good to go now. Uh, 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 okay. Hold on. Getting, I am getting a chat window open. Ah. My apologies. I am so definitely gonna have to cough so much this stream. I should be waiting until next week, but I have another tournament next week, so I want to get it out of the way with get out of the way. I want to analyze the tournament I just played um before I play another tournament. So if you're wondering why I missed Bullet, it is because I was trying not to wear myself out before an over the board tournament. Now, I registered for the kids section and I moved up to the open section because look, they were scary, okay. No, but it led to one of like the coolest experiences I've had. I actually got to play the best player in the area. Like he's nearing the National Master title. He gained 1 rating point for his 3 wins on Saturday. I gained like 100 rating. So if we want to try to get straight into that analysis. Okay. Game collections. 117. Yep. So we've got to start with this game for sure. Oh no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, yes. Here's what I'm trying to do. I was playing with black, so let's flip it around. Make sure we actually have the bar on. Oh man. Oh, sorry. I haven't quite done an analysis stream before. Okay, so in this game, my opponent started with knight f3, a simple ready. But what it does is it leaves your options open. You'll get to play d4, c4, g3. Sure, you could play b3. It gives you a lot of options. Like the ready is what you play if you're not ready. um, that's what the ready is. So I played g6 because I've been playing that a lot against d4 and c4 over the board at least. I haven't played it a super whole lot online. Like online, I'll end up like auto playing d5 and then it's a London and then I'm like, oh god, why? But sometimes you play like sometimes if it's d4 g6, then they'll just not play a London even though a London works just fine. Plays g3, so despite him having the white pieces, I've played this guy before and I've beat this guy before. I'm also, a fair bit higher rated. Excuse me. So, he's copying me. He's playing with white, yet he's copying me because he wasn't ready. He played a ready. Bishop g7, bishop g2, d6. Um, apparently these are all book moves still. I play knight c6, which is fine. Apparently they want e5 right away. I don't think I ever played e5. And then e3, knight f6. They still want e5. So knight c3 is first inaccuracy. Um, is that bar working? Don't break everything. Okay, no, that bar was not. It was a fake bar. It was a faux bar. It wasn't doing anything. Now it is. So let's get back around here. Castles. Again, e5. I guess I'm supposed to play e5, and I just didn't know. There's d4. Bishop f5. So now white has, but it's still normal. Like, it's not incredible. I honestly didn't necessarily know what I was doing, but neither did he. and he put his knight back, which was not the best way to do things, and then I jumped my knight here, and they wanted d5. It's crazy. Uh, d5 actually. d5 actually made a lot of sense. So he forces my bishop back. They wanted me to throw in that an attack on the queen before coming back, I guess. Then a3, the knight goes to a6. They want the knight to c6, but I play knight a6 because I want to play c5, and after takes, I take with my knight, and I'll have my knight on c5. And that ended up happening, so... Like, that's what happened. It's just not supposed to be what happened. He plays f3, which is a bad miss. Supposed to push e5. Then I play c5, which is the best move, so knight a6, despite being a flawed plan, it did work. If I was allowed it, it would be good. And I was allowed it, and it was good. So takes was bad, means I get my knight back involved in the game. And then b4 is a blunder. Okay. b4 is a blunder because I get my knight out the way. And then I have some devastating stuff with, like, this diagonal, right? I'm assuming that's what it's talking about. I played knight a6, missing it. So knight fe4. Okay. So if knight fe4, fe4, the bishop takes. Okay. Pretty disgusting. I missed that, of course. Played knight 6. Now I felt throughout this game that I was missing tactics. But I was trying not to blunder and lose, because all I know is that this guy's still a 260. But I also know that he is, like, 60 points higher rated than the last time I played him, which means he's been winning games, he's been playing quite well. f4 is a bad miss, and this one I found. Knight to g4, it is a discovered attack on the knight, which is pinned to the rook, and it's threatening a fork right there. And after h3, basically forcing the fork with knight to e3, the only move. Then queen f3, bishop takes on c3, he slides that rook, and then I take his rook, he takes my bishop, I take his knight, he threatens checkmate, and I play f6. Apparently knight f3 is a move here because it's a check. Kind of crazy. Then I slide my rook over to c8. Here I'm just looking to involve the rook, looking to get the queen moving, which I do with check, not the best move. For knight c7, so that kind of forces bishop d4. And then is 7 not the best way to do things? That bishop goes to f1. And I wrap my queen around to h5. And keeping the queen on the queen side is basically the same thing. So now I'm sort of like letting him pinball my queen. Apparently I could have taken that, but this is like, it's all fine. It all wins. b6, protecting that pawn on a7 finally. Now I go here, and I'm supposed to just take. Supposed to just take, so. But it's still fine. It's a bad miss, because knight gets to go in, and it's clamped by pawns, and he has no pawns to attack my knight. So then he goes e5, and hangs another fork, so I take his other rook. And then he takes on f6, I take on f6, he takes on f6. Slide my queen, he takes my knight. And then bishop takes b5, it is... and as position where everything wins, except for like hitting queen in one move, and even that it's like not over. In a position where everything wins, this isn't a brilliant move, but like, I remember I played this move as soon as he took my knight. It was immediate, because I wasn't gonna like not play another tactic. And then he takes and gives me his queen, and it's M's, because you sacked the rook for both bishops. And then I forced him over. Didn't really matter which way he went. I was gonna win regardless. And he already, like, very annoyingly goes f7. And then fg6. I take, he pushes checkmate with the kill box on, with rook c1. Okay, so, now are you ready for my highest rated win ever? This game that I'm about to show you is my highest rated win, and we're going to turn off lines. Okay? It's my highest rated win. I've played this guy at least twice before this game, and I will definitely be playing him again. Take a look from the white pieces. That's the side I had. It was e4, c5, a Smith-Morra gambit, which I have only seen a couple times in the Gotham Chess Slow Run and Eric Rosen's Tricks and Traps speed run. So I've never actually seen it declined, so I didn't know what I was doing, and I immediately gave him another pawn. Then I take back in the center. I develop my bishop. He gets his knight out. I get my knight out. He takes. Jesus. Okay. He takes, and then e6, and castle. The bishop develops. My bishop develops. He castles. And yeah, this is the position after 10 moves. My goal really was to make it to the 40 move mark. Like, if I could survive 40 moves against this guy. Now, playing a gambit and then hanging another pawn immediately is not how you make it 40 moves in the game. That is like, that game is destined to end in 30 moves. And then I immediately hung another pawn. Instant. Just, I didn't even think about this move. I just played h4, was like, oh shoot, he can take. And then I went even crazy. Bishop d6, which is just awful, because we both missed this, apparently. I guess he has a... he has a Zigzag. He can take like that, and then I have to take, and then he takes, and he gets another pawn, so... He just went back. Although apparently queen takes d6 because it's the best move. Is this a thing, or am I, like, stupid? I am stupid, because... But I take, then he takes. Oh, but then it's a Greek gift? Oh, okay. 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 Yeah, so if he played that check, I'd have had a Greek gift. So he went back. Although, I'm pretty sure he missed it, as you'll see later in this game. when me and this guy play each other, we miss a lot of stuff. We miss a lot of tactics. Um, and we're both pretty good at finding tactics in our games. It's just apparently not against each other. We're both very inconsistent players. Then h6 comes. Now I go g3 because I'm down 2 pawns here. I have to get, you know, I have to get my knight there. I have to get my queen here. I have to, like, I have to do something about that. And he played, h6, preventing preventing everything I could do. So I play knight h4, and they want bishop c2. It's the best move here. What on earth? But I play knight h4 because I have to go. I have to do something. If I don't generate something, he's just gonna beat me. And, I'm way down, so of course he's just gonna beat me. He plays b5, he completely ignores me. So I play, a3, um, and now, knight a5, and, I put, I go rook a to c1, because he's attacking that pawn, and I don't like that. Apparently g4 is the best move. Not that it matters, it's still losing, it's just worse. He puts his knight there, and I play knight to g6. Knight to g6, I am asking for something to happen. Because, of course, if he does nothing, then I'm just going to take his rook. Now, one move he had is knight b2 is an option he had, because if I took, then he'd take with a fork. I mean, I'd probably take here, and he'd take, and then not with the bishop, because I'd take his bishop. Take like that. That's one way it could have gone. But of course he just takes, because why wouldn't he? I take, because it's the only thing I can go for. And then he plays rook to f5. So the best move, according to the computer, best move is bishop d7. Because I can't do anything. He's just fine, and he's still up like 2 pawns. So he goes rook f5, which, like, a move that was not on my radar. It was not on my radar. I didn't even, like... These are 30-minute 30-minute games, so a bit quicker than the 45 minutes I normally play over the board. I spent, most of my thinking this entire game before the move rook f5 was on rook f7, here, and then he's just gonna be completely fine. There's nothing I can do. Like there's nothing I can do. He can move this rook anywhere. He can go, he cannot go there, apparently. Because, duh, he can go there. And then I have to go here, and then it's like, I got nothing. So, he goes here, and all of a sudden I'm winning. You can't take because it's mate. You can't take because it's back rank mate. Of course, missed it. He goes queen h7, or he goes queen f7, I go queen h7, then I check him again. This allows him to trade, but he chooses not to, whereas trading queen would have been best. And I brought my bishop back, which was a miss. I could take there because I'm attacking his queen, and he can't take that because I can take. Like I said, we both missed a lot of stuff. Then apparently that is a blunder because of rook e6. I missed rook takes e6? No. No, because I looked at this. I thought this, if I take that, I'm losing, but... Oh! Wait, but then... Oh, that thing's mate. That thing's mate, because the rook comes in. Oh my gosh. I missed that bishop b7 was a blunder. Oh my god. I missed rook e6. I put my queen here, which is fine, but it doesn't win the game immediately. There I take, he brings his rook there, f4. He takes on a3, and I go queen to d3. Apparently e6 immediately there would have worked wonders. I play f5, which is fine. He puts his queen on h5. Then I play f6. He goes king to f7. And then I play e6, which is fine, because everything's just winning. He takes there. I put my rook on f1, which is inaccurate. Just immediately e7 is destructive. And then here, I play king to h2, which is an awful miss. I'm here trying to defend my bishop when the entire point of bishop h3 was to move the bishop. So instead of just trading, because I guess I didn't like if he took my bishop, but if he took my bishop, then rook g7 was gonna, or rook f7, I mean, I was just gonna win. So I went there, which is just an awful positional oversight, playing that move. I did not need to do that, because it allows this, which makes the game much closer to equal. As queen to d4, this was the move I spent the most time on. Queen to d4. The only move to hold the advantage, because the only thing I can play for is dark squared infiltration. And he has queen to e2 check. And I blundered. King to g1 was a blunder. But I didn't like king h1 because of, say, after this, he has, he has discovery chances, and I didn't like that. So I go king to g1, and it's a draw. And he doesn't play the best move. He plays the move that, it keeps my fight alive. But knight f3 immediately here. Like, I thought that, here, I guess we both missed knight f3. It's rook f3. Then queen f3. And then what? Queen c5, yeah. King e8. Queen c7 defending that pawn. These is a computer line of nothing but only moves. Queen e3, king to h2, sacking the rook for draw. Rook f2. Bishop g2, what is this line? These are all only moves. Rook takes g2. Brilliant move. Then queen e2, he can't take the rook because it's mate, so is this just a perpetual now? Wow, that is an absurd line that forces a perpetual. What on earth? So knight f3 is a draw, but knowing me, I would have missed it. Like, I would not have played the draw. So he went rook f3 because, you know, if I take, it's a fork, but I'm not that stupid. Okay, so this was the last move I actually notated because here my time got down to 3 minutes and he had about 2 minutes or 5 minutes or something like that. So I actually don't know what move I played here was. Apparently King H1 was the move that kept my advantage. Because this here was apparently just losing. But I played Bishop G2, and then he's supposed to play D4. Hold on, no, there's no way, because D4... What on earth? Like I said, missed tactics in this game. He... Not sure if any other moves happened, but this is what I definitely remember, is playing this check as soon as I got the chance. And then Bishop G2, then he took and hung mate. He didn't even realize. Like, the same way that he played Rook F5 earlier in the game. Like, the same way he played Rook F5 back here, missing the mate. Excuse me. He played, you know, Rook G3. And on, you know, on the F-file again, and it was, not exactly a kill box. It was a pawn-assisted kill box. And that was my highest rated win that I've ever had. I mean, as you can see, 930. I beat a 1570. Like, I put their ratings in, I didn't put their names. Okay. Now, this next game, I got absolutely destroyed. And I mean, absolutely destroyed. This guy, 2165. So it was a 3-round tournament, which means after I won round 2, I was locked in to play this guy. It's an even amount of players, so 2 people had 2 points, right? That's how it worked. Going in round 3. Only 2 people could have 2 points, and I was one of them. And so was this guy, the best player in the area, nearing the National Master title. And he, like, he knows so much. He has, like, the chess player memory where you can just recite entire games like it's nothing. It's like, that's something I don't have yet. Something I probably won't have because I don't practice it like that. But this guy coaches. Maybe I should take some lessons, get out my chess memory. Who knows? Anyways, I've been studying the Scandinavian. You guys know it's the main thing I play in the bullet brawls. So we played a mainline Scandinavian. Now, I've never seen Rook H3 before. I've never seen any of this in a game, but I don't even think I've seen Rook H3 in studies. Like, okay, no. So I have seen I have seen Rook H3 in studies, and I forgot what I was supposed to do. So the first thing I did was make an inaccuracy. Oh, of course, it makes sense. You're supposed to go attack the Rook immediately. Duh. Um, Anyways, I attacked the Rook here, which is apparently the only move that just isn't completely losing. Because if I move to Queen, then, he just takes the Bishop. So I go for my Queen back D8. And Queen C7 is better, of course. I knew Queen D8 was wrong. I had a feeling Queen D8 was wrong. He said that, Queen D8 was probably good, and it was fine. like, it was gonna be advantage white regardless, what move I went there, but I just felt wrong, and it was. So then we castle opposite side, and b5, starting to fight. So I'm supposed to retreat my bishop here, but I I decided to trap his, or trap his rook, I mean. And he's just, like, completely fine with that. So they actually want me to commit to my queenside attack and maybe bring that bishop back at some point rather than giving him the entire world. Because frankly, here I've got nothing. There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna get absolutely pummeled and bullied. And here, it's literally that simple. It's just mate. I lost in the 30 moves to the best player I've ever gotten the chance to play over the board. I'm sure I'll end up playing this guy again. I hope. Because the guy I played in the second game we covered, I will definitely play him again, probably next week. And if not next week, I'll probably play him in the tournament at the end of the month that I'm doing. 3 weeks of tournaments, and then February I'm trying to go slower, but we also didn't actually know if we'll have any tournaments in February. So I do want to know, what does game review say about my game against the best player in the area? I mean, look at all these book moves. And then I just messed it up. I mean, he found all these only moves. All of them. He found all the onlys. I got whooped. And what did they think? Yeah. Yeah. So they think he's a grandmaster, and they think I have his rating. No. It's simply not true. You know, 2200 is, I believe, National Master, which is what this guy's going for, of course. It would be very nice to be 2200. Definitely analysis here. Game collections. Let's check the first game. Wonder what they think of this game. Yeah, I played at 84%. He played at 75%. They thought I was 2200 again. Yeah, no. They also thought he was 1700. Sadly not. And then the middle game, my highest rated win ever. This gonna be the lowest average rating, isn't it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's awful. Yep. Yep. That is awful. We both had 2 blunders and a mistake. Yep. Absolutely awful. Didn't even make it to the end game. Just absolutely awful. Here's him, just a mistake. It's like, if that's only an accuracy, it doesn't make no sense. It's like, what? But then rook f5, and rook f6 was about... No! No way. So, I glanced at rook f6, thinking it would be fine for me. The guy I played in round 3 to nearly 2200, he immediately was like, after round 3, where the first game finished, he told me like about the previous game. He was like, "Why do you play Rook F5? Rook F6 was just winning." And it's like, well, I think everything except Rook F5 was winning, which is true. But like, he was just like, yeah, Rook F6 is just the best. And it's like, okay, but wait, but of course you can't repeat Rook F6 because I'll just go back, and then you'll be forced to repeat, and then what? So Rook F6 can't be the best move. It can't be. That has to be wrong. There's no way. No way Rook F6 is the best move. Of course, Rook F5 was easily the worst move in the position. Of course, I missed Bishop E6, then I missed Rook E6, because I had to miss my tactical chances. And then I just did that horribly. And then that was awful, but he missed it. But then I just let him win, and then he hung mate. So, dang. And they thought we were, boy. Yeah, that feels pretty generous. Um, for this, of course, this doesn't know that I'm a 934 and he's a 1560. It doesn't know that. I put it in the rating there, but like, I'm pretty sure there's like, is there a way to like actually say the rating? Oh, no way. So you can like put in the date of the game. There's a lot more you can do than so you can put in the date of the game. Uh, so anyways, I'm gonna put that there. Uh, and I'm gonna put that there. Um, okay. I have no clue how long I'm alive. Not even an hour. That was the main goal for the stream, was to get that going. I did think about maybe playing Rapid, but um you know, I don't really play Rapid, so yep, so there. This is the daily game, of course, the daily chess championship. Um I've got takes, you can like put his knight there, but then I just retreat. Actually, I retreat there even. Uh, if he takes, I take. And then that's open, so sure, that's fine. That's a terrible blunder I'll learn eventually. Um, you can see the blitz rating is all over the place. It's anywhere between, uh, it's anywhere between 1410 and 1510 at any given point during the week. Of course, at the beginning and end of the week, it is at one of those two. Um, whereas like Rapid, I'm mainly saving Rapid for my chess up board that I have. But I've been just cough is like the only thing left from how horribly sick I was all week. Exam week too, which that was awesome. It's awesome being sick on exam week. Anyways, just because I had nothing else planned except for the dead analysis, which we did the analysis. I gotta talk about, you know, my greatest games. My highest rated win that pushed me over 1,000 over the board, as well as playing against the highest rated player I will at least play against probably this year.